No one truly knows when was the last time Matt was able to see his own daughter, Matilda. Because we know that, as reported, Matt has been staying in his tow truck as well as also staying in hotels. Simply because Jasmine accused him of cheating not once but twice, and therefore she pretty much kicked him out. So therefore, with Matt trying to return home, that's been quite challenging. Now, Jasmine did come out to say in a previous video that we made that she's wanting Matt to come back, that she's apologetic for reacting first and asking questions later. But then Matt, on the other hand, he's telling us that he's still sleeping in his tow truck and he still has to go to Planet Fitness to be able to have a shower and also still stay in hotels here, there, and everywhere. And the fact that he's been unable to see his child. And you know what's crazy though, folks? Regardless of whether this situation between Matt and Jasmine is actually true or not, let's not forget that this is something that actually happens in real life with a lot of couples. And I really want to ask these couples, or anyone that's ever been in this situation, unfortunately, is it really healthy to be in a situation where you are pretty much impacting the child's well-being right now? Because you got to think about it. We know that Matt eventually is going to see his child, right? I mean, that's because he's somebody that wants to see Matilda, right? But just think about the impact that Matilda's going through right now, given the fact that she's used to seeing Daddy every single day, to not seeing Daddy for however many days it's been. And the matter of fact is that Jasmine isn't willing to really understand this. She doesn't care for this. But you know what though? There's been some new information coming out from Matt. But before we get into that one, we're going to recap the most previous video that Matt did make.
Sleeping in the freaking tow truck. I guess it's better than spending money on a hotel though. Man, when this girl gets pissed, I swear you can't get along with her. What a nightmare. Lord help me. Jesus Christ. So, this is obviously the video that Matt made previously regarding the fact that he is sleeping in his tow truck. And it's crazy because obviously, imagine the tow truck is actually outside their house right now and Jasmine's casually walking past with Matilda, has Matt's obviously outside, parked outside, do you know what I mean? And Matilda has to see Daddy outside. Listen, but you know what though? Let's get into the most recent video that has now been made by Matt, which you will find shortly on my YouTube Shorts. I'm not gonna take it anymore. I tried to go home yesterday, and tonight I stayed. Well, last night I stayed at a hotel. So, whatever. I try to go home. I try to get along with Jazz, but it just doesn't work out. I don't know. When she's in a mood, there's no. She's not getting over it. So, whatever. Another day.
Does Jasmine ever think about her moods impacting her child? Does she ever think that if she's in the mood, that Matilda's in the mood? Does she ever think about if she's in the mood and Matilda's feeling the energy around her? Does she ever think that just because she's in the mood, it's not right to then stop the father being able to see his own child? Because this is the thing. This is the thing that's the most annoying and the most unstable of the whole situation. That a child is being deprived access to his own father. A father is being deprived access to his own child. And here's the thing, so many people sometimes in this world complain about how I'm a single parent and the dad is nowhere to be seen. He's a deadbeat. He comes and goes when he likes. In fact, he's not even here anymore. He's been completely taken away from the family for this reason and that reason and that reason. And the crazy thing is those people are generally going through something real, something that shouldn't be happening. But then you get people like Jasmine. You got a man that obviously has stuck around to be a father to Matilda. A man that still wants to be around to be a father to Matilda. And weirdly somehow still wants to potentially even make it work with your dumbass. Which makes no sense because whoever wants to be with a demon is the dumbass. So with that being said, does Jasmine actually ever think about the impact that she is making right now towards Matilda with all of this energy? Because let's not forget, Matilda isn't exactly her first child, is it? We know she's had kids before. We know that she left them in Panama. And we know that those relationships didn't work with both of those baby daddies. We know this. So why is she now repeating the same pattern again? She spoke about how she didn't want to potentially, or doesn't really want to think about marrying Matt in the near future because she needs to heal from this situation with Gino, because she doesn't want to repeat the same mistake as before, the same mistake of marrying someone from America and then being accused of a green card, blah, 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 blah. It's interesting how she's more than happy to sit there and say, I don't want to repeat the same mistake that I made before regarding herself being screwed over by an American, but doesn't want to stop herself from repeating the same mistake that actually affects the children that she carries for 9 months and then delivers. And then once she delivers those kids, this is the lifestyle that she brings them to. And that lifestyle is Jasmine. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not even a laughing matter, but it's one hell of a calamity. One hell of a calamity. Now, with that being said, I definitely would like to know from you lovely people your thoughts and your opinions on the matter itself in particular. For me, I'm looking at this and I feel like the thing that's annoying me the most personally is the impact that is being made to an innocent baby. A baby that respectfully should have never really happened, okay? Purely because Jasmine and Matt wasn't even in a relationship. They had no foundation. And Jasmine was still pretty much in a situation where she's got this Gino thing going on. Having a child when she barely knows a man, having a child when she's going through crazy stresses with the whole Gino saga is crazy. And then also on top of that, the fact that she was more than happy and more than willing to be violent whilst carrying Matilda. Folks, in this world, there are people, I've said this before and I'll say it again, there are people who deserve to be parents. They want it, they beg for it, but unfortunately cannot actually conceive a child, so they have to go through other channels if they can afford it. Then there's people, all they've got to do my apologies, sorry, I try to block the sound of me sneezing by covering the mic, but I probably made it worse, and I do apologize for that, okay folks. But then there are people like Jasmine who decide to have a child. Sorry. Then there's people like Jasmine who all they've got to do is just open their legs and then boom, bam, a baby bloody happens. And some of us can sit and say we don't even believe that this person deserves to even be able to do this ability. Having a child is a miracle, ladies and gentlemen, but some people, yeah, it's like clockwork. With that being said, please do let me know your thoughts, your opinions down below, and we can definitely talk about it. But I promise you now, there's probably more to come, so stay tuned, subscribe, and like the video. Peace.